Hello again, Slayers, it's me, Kyle, but I'm better known as Roboslicer in the Dauntless community. As you guys know, there's this big update that made it a little bit harder for chain blades to be used, but it's not impossible to use them. But I will say that it made it a little bit harder for trials, but not impossible. With this build and the strats that I'm about to give you, it'll help you get the sub 5, even still using the chain blades, and if you want to use strikers or anything like that, I would recommend doing that, but I wouldn't recommend using hammer in this trial. But without further ado, as usual, let's look at the modifiers for this week's trials. This week, as usual, we have one chance, so we only get to have one chance, no revive. We'll see the electric clouds that traditionally come up from our friend Stormclaw coming around us periodically. He also has Electrify, so his physical attacks do electric damage, or shock damage I rather, so try your best to dodge as much as you can. Deep Freeze, so our stamina costs a lot more, and Thick Skull, so staggering him is near impossible, so that's why we won't be using Hammer if you don't want to. Strikers, I would only focus on the legs with. Strats for this week, as usual, there is no drop time. Just pod up, jump in, he'll be waiting for you right at the start. What you're going to want to do is walk around a little bit to get his attention. Once he realizes you're there, he's going to roll, you're going to dash forward and light attack and get the boop. Once he's booped, just go straight towards him and focus on any part that you want. I focused on the head to try and do as much blaze damage as I possibly could, and also it gets you time to use your +6 overpower that you do have in the build. Next, you're also going to want to do another thing. As I said, with this update, Reaper's Dance isn't the same as it used to be, so hitting down the ground next to him will still deal damage to you no matter what. So I would recommend, instead of focusing on going towards his feet, go through his body. While you're up in the air and going through the attack using Reaper's Dance before you hit the ground, you are still invisible, so it's very likely that you can still use it to your advantage. If you're still bad at dodging, I do definitely recommend using Reaper's Dance and using Chain Blades because, let's be honest, I'm not good at dodging either, as you guys can tell in my videos. Next, you're going to want to also focus on his legs because he's got Thick Skull. The only way to actually get Overpower to work is by breaking parts and also by focusing on his head, or the boop I mean. Once you get the boop, he's going to fall down, you're going to focus on his legs, get the part breaks, and Overpower will work a little bit longer. Next, you're also going to want to pick up, of course, the red and purple orbs. If you want to pick up the stamina orbs, who is this stranger? I don't know this guy. Anyway, if you want to pick up the purple orbs and things like that, that's fine, but I would definitely recommend using the purple and reds mostly. You can get the green so you can have a little bit of a health shield, but the stamina ones actually surprisingly don't do anything. You can pick up as many of the stamina ones as you want, but it still costs the same amount. In this build, I actually used the stamina tonic over Aether Drive because I found it to be better to keep up with him because he moves around a lot. But that's all my strats for this week. Use your Reaper's Dance, stay in the air as much as possible so that you don't get hit by the lightning, and just boop them. Anyway, enjoy, y'all stay safe.